y'all, it's Niarah and I'm back with another video. So I really wanted to record this video because I believe it's super important to use your platform to educate people and to speak on things that you are super passionate about. I have a small platform that continues to grow every day, but I'm not gonna be quiet and just not say anything on YouTube because I'm afraid of losing subscribers or a following, because that's not me. I'm so passionate about advocating for what I believe in and just basic human rights, and we've seen across the media, social media, news that news coverage isn't always accurate and that what's going on is just terrible. So today I wanted to film this video because I want to talk about the need for Black healthcare workers, and I just think it's super important to have people who look like you treat you. If y'all don't follow me on social media, then you probably don't know because I haven't really talked about it on YouTube, but I am super passionate about maternal health, and I'm super passionate about, you know, Black healthcare workers and community health and social justice. That is like my jam, and I really think that we need to start promoting more Black healthcare workers. There's not that many of us. There's not that many doctors. There's not that many nurses. There's not that many, you know, respiratory therapists, etc. You know, so I honestly think as a Black content creator, knowing that I had to literally dig to find people who were Black nurses who I could look up to and who, you know, went through struggles in the healthcare field that I potentially might have to experience was hard. And that's what really inspired me to start this channel, because everybody wants at least one person that they can relate to. And I think that's super important, and I think it's powerful. And so, you know, when dealing with health disparities in the Black community, the real tea is that there is a lot of racism embedded in the healthcare system. If we're being truthful, it's just that. And so we need to train our healthcare workers about implicit bias and racism. A lot of people have these biases that, you know, they don't even know of. And of course, I'm not saying that all healthcare workers are racist. That's not what I'm saying here. I'm saying that a lot of us have biases that go unchecked, and, you know, it's impacting people's lives. It's impacting my community. And this is what needs to be changed. So for example, when we look at Serena Williams and Beyonce, why are these women now bringing recognition to Black women dying during birth? This has been happening for years and no one's cared. And this is just a prime example of how socioeconomic class and race go hand in hand, okay? So it doesn't matter if you are well known and you are wealthy and you are accomplished. Just because you are Black, you are going to receive a lower level of health care, inadequate health care at that. And it's because of the biases we have. Why aren't we listening to Black women? Let's think about that. Why aren't we listening to Black women? Why do we continue to not prioritize their pain and think that they are not suffering and they can, you know, handle more than they actually can? And y'all, there are statistics that back up what I'm saying. Medical professionals have said that they believe Black people can tolerate more pain than other patients, which is ridiculous. And this is impacting the overall health of our community. So what can we do? We need more Black health professionals. Specifically, we need more Black nurses. We know that nurses are the face of the health care field, and obviously I'm extremely biased because, you know, I'm going into nursing, but nurses run stuff. They are spending the most time with the patients and they have impact on the patients. Speaking from a personal experience, my direct experience with a nurse inspired me to want to be a nurse. And it's so powerful for patients to see someone that looks like them taking care of them. Because if we're being honest, a lot of Black people and other people of color do not have trust in the healthcare system and healthcare professionals because of what they experienced in the past. We're talking about years of trauma. You think about the Tuskegee syphilis experiments. You think about forced sterilization of Black women and Latina women, and just experimenting on different racial groups. Start to think about that, and then check your privileges. Even me speaking here, being able to use my platform, having internet, being able to graduate from the #1 HBCU in the nation, being able to get my diploma, high school diploma. Now I'm directly going into a master's program. Having that level of education, I realize that I am highly privileged. But at the end of the day, I am still a Black woman. And to some people, that's all that matters. So to wrap up this video, I'm just calling all healthcare professionals and future healthcare professionals to educate themselves on health disparities and different issues, and check themselves on their privileges. And it's okay if you have a bias. It's okay to admit that you are biased, and even if you think that you're not, it's okay. But at the same time, you need to change that because you are impacting people's lives. I have a quick call to action. I'm specifically speaking to healthcare professionals right now and future healthcare professionals. It's so important to educate yourself on racism and the experiences that Black people specifically have had with the healthcare system and the systems of oppression that are working inside the healthcare system. Racism is embedded in the healthcare system, and it needs to change. It's 2020, and Black women should still not be dying during childbirth or after childbirth or because of childbirth, okay? Different health disparities that are rampant within the Black community should not still be an issue. COVID-19, you still have Black people dying at a disproportionate rate than their white counterparts or any other race. And it's just awful. So let's work to change this. If you have a bias, it needs to be changed. And maybe if you have some type of bias, you don't need to be working in the healthcare field. I said it, okay? Because we take an oath as healthcare professionals to help anyone with open hands and give everyone the same level of treatment, adequate care. That's what we do as healthcare professionals. So let's educate ourselves, let's check our privileges, and let's learn more about how we can help underserved populations and communities of color. And let's support our Black nurses and our Black healthcare professionals, okay? Because during this time, they are suffering too. So with that being said, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. I hope this video inspires some people to, speak up if they haven't already, and to just be an ally. Because racism isn't new, and this is not going away. And like I said before, we need more Black nurses, we need more Black healthcare professionals, we need more allies in the healthcare system in order to create healthful outcomes for communities of color. So, see you next time.